Well, hi friends. Just thought I'd touch base with you, shoot you a little quick video just to say hi and to encourage you, particularly those in TFW Church that are isolating, but anybody else who's tuning in too. These are sort of strange days, aren't they? And I was just thinking through today how important it is to just to keep trusting God through all of this time. There's a scripture that has meant a lot to me personally over the years, which is Proverbs 3 verse 5, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He'll direct your paths." But that first bit, trust in the Lord with all of your heart and don't lean on your own understanding. I think it's the essence of faith, of the life of faith. Because there are so many things that we don't understand, so many things that are out of our control. And certainly with this whole COVID-19 situation, there are things that we just don't know yet. We're all just taking one day at a time. But learning to trust God deeply from our hearts is a good thing to do, because it'll help. It certainly helps me when my mind starts to race and run away and I start getting anxious or worried about how things are going to go. Just coming back to that place of deep trust that God's in control. He's led us this far, and He'll continue to lead us forward in our lives. Some of you know that about a month ago now, came down with COVID-19 symptoms and was pretty rough for about 3 weeks. And certainly a couple of weeks in, when I was kind of struggling, feeling really unwell, my mind started, racing. Okay, what's going on here? And am I going to get better? And those questions that typically come up when we're in a bit of a crisis or a difficult situation. And just day by day having to come back to that place of saying, okay, God, you're the one who gave me life, and my life is in your hands, and one day at a time, I'm just going to lean on you. I'm just going to trust you. So I just want to encourage you to do the same thing. Some of you might be quite enjoying this lockdown. You might be doing things you've been meaning to get around to for a long time and so on. But I know for a lot of people, you're probably struggling, at least to some extent, with the lockdown and the restrictions of life at the moment. But in terms of this idea of trusting from our hearts, there's a couple of things that I just want to encourage you with. Number one, just to trust that God's with you, that you're not on your own. That as followers of Christ, we're never on our own. God's right there. He's right there. And we can turn to Him at any moment. And just to know that we have the full attention of the God of the universe is a great thing. And we can actually experience, His peace and His comfort. So I want to encourage you just to trust that He's with you, trust that He's got you, that He's carrying you, and actually trust that even good things can come out of this season in our lives. One of the things that Danae and I have been talking about the last couple of days and praying about is that we would come out of this season better than we went into it. That actually we could grow through this season. We don't want to just, as it were, put our life on hold. And then when we get back to normal life, then we can grow, then we can continue to move forward. Actually, I think this could be an opportunity for many of us to actually grow deeper in our walk with Jesus, grow in our prayer lives, be creative, and actually come out of this better. And so, however you're doing, don't feel lonely. Pick up the phone, call somebody. If you're anxious, talk to somebody, because that's really important. And don't feel guilty, if you're not being the most productive you've ever been. That's okay. But let me encourage you just to trust God from a deep place in your heart and actually believe that good things can come, even out of difficult seasons. Stay in touch. If you're tuning in, TFW Church this weekend, Easter weekend, we have a 10:30 a.m. Service, Good Friday service. So I'd encourage you to tune into that. We're also going to be doing communion in that service. So prepare your own elements at home, and then we'll take communion virtually as a church together. And then on Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, 10:30 a.m. in the morning. We'll be doing online church. So make it a priority to tune into those and be part of those and lean into God. And let me encourage you, do what you can to make Easter special. I know we're not going to be meeting together, which is so disappointing, but do what you can, even if you're on your own, to make Easter as special as you can make it, because you can actually connect with God in a very real way this Easter. So God bless you. Don't be a stranger. Stay in touch. Keep reaching out. And we'll talk to you again soon. Okay. Love you.